Hello guys, how are you doing? I'm doing Libra's 2020 Tarot Preview, okay? And so the few announcements I'm making is if you subscribe, I really appreciate it. I was gonna do the dailies when I got like a certain amount of subscribers, except it seems like someone's holding my subscriber count down. It'll go up and then it'll go back down, and it's like they don't want it to go over a certain number. I don't know. So I tested and I did an extra daily. So hopefully you guys subscribe. Okay, and so what else? The next thing is if you need any type of deliverance, like if you feel like there are like hexes, curses, witchcraft working against you, look down in the description box below, all the way down at the bottom, and you'll see like two ministers who might pray over you, or you might see deliverance and maybe be touched by it. Okay, and then the last thing, I might have forgotten the last thing, so maybe if it's important, it'll come back to me. Okay. So I'm going to work on your career reading first. And let's see. Oh yeah, if you need a personal reading, it's also in the description box, okay? So then the first thing I'm going to do is your career cards, okay? There are lots of cards. You guys almost have the whole deck of life purpose cards, okay? So it just means that you guys are very talented and maybe perhaps you need to hear it. So I'm going to go ahead and read them, okay? Okay, so writing is your first card. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write. Family. Loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. Light and love. It's a beautiful card, okay? Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world, okay? Some of these cards are spiritual, so you may be having a spiritual life purpose, and it may be ancestral, okay? You may have a calling on your life, and you feel intuitively that you want to go do something, and it's probably kind of odd, and maybe nobody else understands why you want to do it, okay? So just maybe listen and think about it. So, and 222, when I just said that, if that's an angel number, you might want to investigate. Heart's desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. Crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. Okay, justice. Libras are about justice. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. That could even be in your friendships and family relationships. Protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. Okay? So you may be in the process of changing your career in 2020. And especially if it's being guided by your angels or being guided by your intuition. Yeah. It may feel kind of chaotic as you get there, but maybe perhaps listen to your intuition if you feel a draw to do something. That's good, okay? Okay, the next card is healer. And do you see the cards that are coming out? Love and light, healing. Okay, so it may be in relation to healing other people or bringing some type of justice or counsel. Okay, healer. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. Oracle cards. You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. So these are oracle cards that I'm holding. Children. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. Study. And this card is in the reverse. I'm going to read it in the upright. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So when this card is in the reverse, as I explained earlier, what you may be drawn to do is something intuitive, and it may be coming from like your ancestral lineage. Okay, you may have a calling on your life, and it's like maybe, hopefully it's a good calling, but it may be something that you're being spiritually led to do. Okay. The next card is the Environmentalist, and this card is also in the reverse. I just dropped it. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. I bent it a little bit. Okay. So you're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. And I think it's so funny. I just dropped the card. So if you're working in a park or something like that, this card was in the reverse, and I just dropped the card, which is very, very unusual. Okay. So your calling is maybe not to counsel the animals or counsel the plants. I'm just being funny. Your calling is probably to counsel humans. So you may find that you don't feel the same about your career if you're working in certain areas. And like I said, it may just be because you're having a career change, okay? And so for some reason, you're dealing with people probably, okay? The people you may be dealing with may be children, or just people in general. And I think it's so funny I dropped the card. So anyway, the next card is music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. Now this card did come out, but as it came out, it kind of came out horizontally. So this may draw some of you, okay? This may be an energy that you have that is growing, okay? Or maturing. Maybe perhaps you were in music previously and now you're losing interest, or maybe perhaps you have an interest in music and it's going to grow, okay? So this card may be relevant to you in 2020. The next card is Artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. Dun, 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 dun. Time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires, okay? So that was about your heart's desires. That may be relevant, okay? Because maybe you have a choice in between two different things, okay? The next one is Leadership. Take charge of this situation. Leadership, did I tell you justice? The leadership could be in regard to something about justice, like something being unfair, okay? Maybe perhaps you're being led to deal with something that's unfair, which actually literally makes sense. Anyway, the next card is Infinite Abundance, okay? I don't see this card that often, and I don't use this deck that often, but this is definitely a good card to draw. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose, okay? And so I can't help but to state this has to do with your divine life purpose, okay? You may be transitioning from a regular job to something that is probably is soul driven, okay? So let me see. And it just keeps saying that you're supported, okay? So if you're feeling a draw to do something and it may be strange, but you just feel a draw to do it, maybe you can think about it, okay? Because maybe this is confirming it for you. Okay, the next card is Yoga. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. Practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. Okay, the next card is Travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. Books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. And because you had writing, you could be writing books. Or you could be teaching children and reading books, okay? Who knows? Okay, and the last of these cards is Nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. Alright, the next type of cards are Wealth Oracle cards. And the first card is the Organizer, Okay, this card did fall horizontally, so it says everything has its rightful place. So you may be transitioning from one frame of mind when it comes to organizing. Maybe perhaps you used to over-organize, or maybe perhaps you're going to become more organized, one of the two, okay? But I can feel the energy of the cards a lot of times. In this case, I'm not sure, okay, whether you guys are going to become more organized or not, but to me, I think it's in the upright. So something that's going to grow with you. The next card is the Muse. And it says, I inspire and I am inspired. Okay? Maybe perhaps you're intuitive, inspired, idealistic, creative, divinely connected, passionate, emotional, or sensitive. The next card is the Connector. We are all one. Now, I don't know about the we are all one, but I'll read you the characteristics beneath, okay? Heart-centered, intimate, creative, communicative, diplomatic, devoted, harmonious, inspiring, accommodating, receptive, compassionate, or empathetic, okay? The Connector. I don't know if you're like a dating website connector, like you're matching people together, or if this is something you're doing with your friends, or say for instance in politics and religion, like you're helping people to connect to their life purpose or connect the dots with information, okay, like mediating. Let's see. Okay, the next card is the Sage. Okay, the truth will set me free. And that's so great. The truth will set me free. So anyway, the Sage is wise, spiritual, wealthy, gracious, intuitive, inspired, devoted, expansive, self-reflective, truth-seeking, emotionally intelligent, truthful, philosophical, or charitable. I am sorry, my phone is beeping. Okay, the next card, the Great Nurturer. I give and receive nourishment. And this is probably related to home, family, food, since you may be a great cook. And I don't know if I need to read out. I'll read them out. Motherly, nurturing, devoted, loving, wise, empathetic, compassionate, abundant, generous, receptive, emotional, inclusive, supportive, and stable. Those are good qualities to have. Okay. The next card, there are only two more. The Teacher. Okay, to know is to grow. We know what a teacher is, so I don't have to read those to you. Okay. And the last card of these cards, the Leader. I lead from the heart. And just for the sake of it, I'll read you the qualities. Confident, brilliant, purposeful, courageous, committed, authentic, positive, inspiring, passionate, empowered, visionary, vital, integrous, and trustworthy. All right, so we're going to do a different type of card now. Okay, these can be general, career, or love related, okay? The Caducees, you will receive news from afar. The Chimera, imagination clouds your judgment. This is not my favorite card. The Satyr. Okay, revelry and indulgence. Guys, I don't know. Let me put these cards together for you. Okay, you're receiving news from afar. You don't fully understand it. And it may have something to do with revelry and indulgence. I don't know. I'm just keeping you. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I don't know what specifically that's about. Could have to do with food, could have to do with partying. Who knows? But okay. So the next card is the Stars. A long journey brings rewards. Okay, so you're hearing news from afar, okay? I don't know if you're taking a trip afar and then you're hearing news, because you receive news from afar, you're not sure what to do. I don't know. But anyway, so maybe perhaps your long journey could be with your career. Your long journey could be toward healing from a bad relationship, okay? So the next card is the King, authority and diplomacy. So this has something to do with an authoritative figure in your life. So a long journey is bringing you rewards from someone in authority. This could be your boss, it could be your father, it could be a pastor or a mentor, okay? Something to that effect. Okay, the next card is the Siren. A temptation may lead you astray. The next card is Hindrance in the reverse. Fate has blocked this path for you, okay? So this is interesting. It's telling you here that a temptation may lead you astray, okay? But it's also saying that the path is open because the hindrance card is in the reverse. So it's almost like you're open to temptation. The temptation could be related to revelry and indulgence. It could be related to an authoritative figure. And it's notice that a temptation may lead you astray. So I'm not sure, even though the door is open, do you want to walk through the door? Okay, so the next card is the Wyvern in the reverse. Your secrets are safe. So a temptation may lead you astray and your secrets are not safe. But the door is like wide open if you want to walk through it. But like I said, is that wise? Okay, so the next card is the Griffin. In the reverse, it says honor and good luck. So if you walk through the door into temptation, you may have dishonor and bad luck. The next card is the Sphinx in reverse. Choose your words carefully. So the opposite of that is say what you need to say. I don't know if sometimes when a card is in the reverse, because these don't have reverse meanings, definitely. But sometimes reverse meanings are the same as the upright. So because this one is interesting, it says choose your words carefully. Let's just say it could be that you need to choose your words carefully, but it also could be that you need to say what you need to say, okay? You have to figure out which one is relevant. Because sometimes when you speak, sometimes it can work against you. So you need to know who you're dealing with and how does it affect your situation, okay? The next card is the Unicorn in the reverse. It says good fortune and friendship. So in the reverse, this is bad fortune and an enemy, okay? So that's why you may need to watch what you say. Maybe perhaps the Sphinx in the reverse doesn't matter. Maybe be careful of what you say or how you respond. Okay, so now we're dealing with a different deck of cards now. Excuse me. Okay, so the first card is poverty in the reverse, okay? So poverty in the reverse is probably good because maybe perhaps it indicates wealth of some sort. All right, where do I put it? Okay, the next card is journey, okay? Remember, sometimes the different decks may repeat the same message. So we're hearing about a long journey brings rewards, and we also see journey, okay? Because we see journey next to poverty. In order for you to get your wealth, you may have to take a journey. Okay. The next card is imprisonment, okay? And imprisonment is a card that could be literal imprisonment or it could be mental, okay? Like you have to make a decision about something and you're not sure and you're stuck in your mind and you don't know what to choose. The next card is mature man in the reverse. So we may be dealing with an immature masculine, or we may be dealing with a, I'm sorry, hold on. Okay, mature man in the reverse. An immature masculine or just a young man, okay? So it could be an older person who's being immature, or it could just be a young person. So instead of it being a mature man, a young adult man or something. Could even be a youngster, like a teenager. I'm not sure. Okay, so far we have to travel to get wealth, and then we're lost in our mind and don't know what to do, or there's a literal prison issue that's going on, and then now we're talking about a young man or a immature person, immature masculine. Okay, so the next card is marriage. Marriage is relevant here. Courtship. So it's like there's a couple getting married, and they are like in the new beginning of a relationship. Okay, so wealthy man, a wealthy man is relevant in this courtship. The next card is lovers in the reverse. If they're not lovers, are they even friends? If they're not lovers, are they enemies? Okay, the next card is main female in the reverse. So this could be a mistress of some sort, which actually doesn't make sense. Because we had a wealthy man and then we had a mistress, but we also had a marriage card. So that kind of, you're going to have to figure out what that means in your situation. This could be the wife, or it could be, I don't know, maybe the main female to the man is maybe his mom or something like that, some other woman, maybe his main female in his mind. So I don't know what's going on with that dynamic. If the marriage courtship is involving a wealthy man and there's a marriage courtship and you guys are not friends, you're enemies because he has his mind on someone else. Now that makes sense. Okay, so you're not his main squeeze, but he just got married to you. Okay, so high honor in the reverse, it means like dishonor, or you're not being loved the right way or truly. Okay, the next card is official person in the reverse. Let's see. So we have dishonor. Official person is kind of like a known person, okay? Could be like a celebrity. It could be an important person on your job, in your marriage. There's a man here, but maybe an official person doesn't have to be a masculine. But anyway, let's see. So we have the official person next to the high honor in the reverse. And so we're not dealing with the official person. I think it's trying to tell us there's something going on. There's a third party somewhere. And there's dishonor here, okay? Because it almost seems like let me look here and here. It's not the main female in the marriage, and then this is not the official person. So I wonder if it's doubly cheating, like two parties are cheating. Because do you see that we have the lovers in the reverse, okay? So if you're a Libra and you're getting married, watch out for tricky situations. Okay, because that sounds kind of complicated because we have dishonor, okay? Watch out for tricky situations. Okay, and remember this card that's kind of showing up here? We have the satyr, and it's revelry and indulgence. So somebody maybe wants to party, hang out, get as much of whatever they want as they can. It almost seems like both parties. This sounds quite interesting. So both parties may be doing whatever they feel like, okay? So the next card is distant horizons in the reverse. This is something going on locally nearby to you. Okay, so the next card is thief. So Let me give you more cards to get understanding. And change. Okay, let me stop there and make sense of that. So I'm going to put down the change card. Okay, let me make sense of this so far. So we have, let's see. We have the close by instead of distant horizons. Thief. This card here doesn't have to only mean money. It can mean like personal assets or people that you value in your life. And let me see the change card. Okay. So something nearby to you. I don't know if nearby to you literally or something that you love. The distant horizons might mean something nearby, like someone that you love or something is taken. Okay. And it brings about a change. What type of change? Okay. The change could have come in your income, or it could have come in your family life. Okay, let's see. Let me give you more cards. Okay. We have pathway. So the thievery, I don't know if I said that right, the theft could have caused a change in the pathway that someone is walking on. Okay, at this point when I was doing the reading, certain cards almost seemed like they were coming out and I wasn't sure and I put them back, but the same message came out again. It just may not be the same exact cards, okay? So the theft of something changed a pathway for someone, okay? Unexpected income. So something was stolen. It may be people, it may be money or things, okay? It caused a change and led to a pathway of unexpected income. And then the next card is great fortune, okay? And great fortune could just mean, let's see. It could mean literal fortune, and it could mean a great fortune of wealth in the things that you have or the people that you have around you, okay? Wealth is not always money. Could be a better environment, a better career. Okay, so now we have a different type of card again. Okay. So we have some money in the reverse. So some money, a lot of money. I'm just going to guess some money is maybe a little bit and then a lot is more. Because when you look, this is change on the table. So I'm going to guess this is a lot of money. Officer has something to do with an officer having a lot of money. Oh yeah, and there was a message when I put back cards. There could have been a message about I'm not sure if I should tell you guys or not, but okay, no, I won't tell you guys. Maybe I'll tell you later. Okay, so the officer sadness here is in the reverse. So officer may be happy about some money. Okay. The next card is haughtiness. So the officer is happy about some money. It made him proud. And somebody sent out a letter. Okay. So the message that came out when I put back some cards could have been related to a pregnancy of some sort. Like someone didn't know if they were going to keep a child or not, and apparently they didn't make a judgment about it. And then, so I guess they let the child come to term. Okay, that was the other message that could have come out with the great fortune and the unexpected income. These two cards came out when I reshuffled, but both of them were in the stack of cards. It's just the middle cards didn't come back out, okay? So the story in between didn't come back out. And the reason why I put them back is because of how they came out. It seemed like they came out funny. But a lot of times what comes out is supposed to come out, so I should have just left them in. But, okay. But the initial cards, when they did come out, they had a different story line. So it did have something to do with life, death, something like that, okay? So there may have been some type of change that happened, like the change card here. What was stolen? It's interesting. What was stolen? Okay, now I have to go back and rethink. Somebody stole something, but maybe that's not even in like an object. Okay, maybe it is a person coming out of your life, going out of your life. Okay, and that brought about a change. So someone could have gone out of your life, and then it put you on a pathway to wealth. But the story is a little bit that's just the quick end of it. It may be more deep than that. So we were talking about the officer who was happy about some money and he was proud, and he sent a letter. Okay, the letter led to chattering. People are talking. Service. I don't know. People are talking about a service. Inconstancy. Some type of inconsistent service. Delay. Something is delayed. Somebody is waiting. Okay, so the next card is quarrel in the reverse. So somebody's waiting for something that's delayed, and instead of quarreling, I guess they're getting along. The next card is marriage. Okay, and so it's a different stack of cards, a different deck. So I may be repeating the marriage, but with different details. So we have the marriage again. So somebody was waiting. Instead of quarreling, they're getting along, and now they're getting married. Something was on delay. Somebody received money. An officer received money. He was happy. He was proud. He sent a letter. People were talking about it. Something about a service on delay. Okay? And then instead of people quarreling, they're happy and they get married. Someone gets married. Okay? Now we have messenger. So a message is being sent to a friend about some money. In regard to a servant, maybe. And this has to do with faithful. Okay, so a message was sent to, what was it? A message was sent about money. A message was sent to a friend about money in regard to a servant who's faithful. Almost sounds like a page of wands or something. Okay. Who's a faithful soldier. This is in relation to marriage. I have to... Okay, so the marriage here may not be literal. Remember, we had people waiting for a service. Instead of them quarreling, they're getting along. Is this marriage like a literal marriage, or is this people agreeing to be friends, like to partner with each other? I have to wonder, because it seems like we're talking about Page of Wands energy, like a loyal servant. We're talking about delivering some money. Messenger to a friend. We're talking to a friend about money to pay to a servant who's faithful, and soldier might mean strong. Okay, a faithful, strong lover. Okay, who is maybe your sweetheart. Now remember, I was talking about third parties on both sides. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, this could be extra details. Okay, if this is a literal marriage. Okay, if this is a literal marriage, is the marriage was on delay. The message was sent to a friend. Is the friend a sweetheart and a lover? It's saying it's a faithful servant who is strong. Is that the same person who is the lover? And the sweetheart, because sweetheart might mean something else. Like lover and sweetheart might mean third party. Okay? So I'm not sure if there's a payout going to a third party or if this is to the person who is being married. I don't know. Let's see. What you should do probably is match the messages from the different cards. Sometimes it's a detail to add to the other story, and sometimes it's a totally different storyline for a different person. So it doesn't have to all resonate for you, okay? So we have sweetheart. There's a lover who's a sweetheart. We have next to it a priest. Okay. Priest. I don't know if that's the other third party or not. I don't know. The sweetheart is related to the priest in some way. I don't know. Young woman. Okay. So we're talking about a priest and a young woman, because remember we had sweetheart and lover. Okay. So lover, sweetheart, priest. The priest sweetheart is a young woman. I don't know how you guys want to see that. Okay, so if they're like double third party energies going on, we don't know what that means. So the friend, remember we had a messenger? The messenger sent to the friend about some money to a servant who's faithful and a soldier, okay? So is the soldier here a masculine energy? Okay, like I was saying, I was getting Page of Wands energy for that for some reason. So is this the masculine? The masculine, and then this card is next to the lover, okay? Now this could just be explaining who the lovers are. The lovers could be a soldier type energy person. And then the other person, the sweetheart to the soldier, his sweetheart, is a preaching young woman, if that makes sense. So this could be the couple that's getting married, like a strong soldier who's a lover, and then a ministering young woman. Okay, so that could be the two marriage partners, or that could be a third party situation showing two third parties. I don't know. Okay. So now what I just said made sense, okay? Maybe that was the energy of the people getting married. Okay, so the next card is impediment in the reverse, okay? There are no obstacles. Remember earlier in the other reading where it said hindrance in the reverse, okay? So this is repeating the story from earlier where we had marriage, but the people weren't lovers. I don't know if they were enemies. It said a temptation may lead you astray, okay? But there was no obstacle blocking it, okay? So we just had lovers again. There's a temptation going on, but there's no block, okay? So it's like there's an open door to temptation. Let's see what are the dangers if you walk through the door. Let's see. We have loss of money in the reverse. So instead of you losing money, maybe perhaps you'll gain money. And I'm not advocating, I'm just explaining what the cards are saying. The next card is no reconciliation. Reconciliation is in the reverse. If that's the case, that could be that the other partner was a karmic. Let me see. What am I? I'm talking a lot, and so I'm missing something. We're talking about reconciliation. Are we talking about the lovers who are getting paired together? Let's see. Well, this is saying no reconciliation of some couple, okay? Could even be friendship energies in your life. And then what it's saying is thief again, okay? And hold on, I'm going to put this card down and I'm going to say something else, okay? You guys almost should laugh by now. Thief. Thief, thief. Wow. One thief was in the reverse and one thief was in the upright. But previous to this, we already saw there was a thief card, okay? So this has something to do with somebody taking something that's not theirs. Let's see, was that reconciliation? Okay, no. Okay. So the next card is tenderness in the reverse, okay? So this means instead of loving kindness, somebody is being cold-hearted, okay? Thief. Who stole what? We had thief in the upright and thief in the reverse. So loving kindness could be taken away from you, and that was what was stolen, or loving kindness could be returned to you, okay? But it did say no reconciliation also, so I don't know what that means, okay? And then so widower is the next card, so there could be a masculine losing a feminine. And let me see, is that what's being stolen? So it doesn't have to be that someone came into your home and stole something. It could be that you lost the life of someone. Remember I said I saw what was a coffin card that came out when I pulled the fortune card. Like I said, unexpected income and fortune. And in between that, some other cards had seemed like they came out, but I wasn't sure and I put them back. Okay, so there is some type of loss of life perhaps going on. Maybe that's what's stolen, is that someone, Gemini had similar things in their reading. So I don't know if the Libra is engaged with a Gemini, like they're in a relationship, and then one of the partners ends up passing away or something. Sometimes these energies could be literal and sometimes not. The person could have walked out of your life and you never see them again, but they're still alive, but the relationship died. Okay, so it could be either or. Okay, so the next card is constancy in the reverse. So we just had widower and inconstant. Something is not constant. And let's see, what is it that we're talking about? Okay, let's see. Pleasant pastime. So the widower lost tenderness from his spouse. Either the person walked away or passed away. And loving kindness was inconsistent. Wait, let me see something. Pleasant pastime in the reverse is mean-spiritedness. So does that mean the person was inconstant and abusive? I don't know if it's the widower. It could be the widower. I don't know. Okay, and then the last card in this deck is room. Okay, the room. I'm gonna flip this over. Okay, in this room. Okay, room. What does room mean? Room could mean absolutely nothing. Okay, but when you look at it, it's a room with furniture. And then when you put it in the reverse, a furnished room, and the opposite is an unfurnished room, okay? So it's an empty room, okay? Empty space. So someone went out of your life, okay? A partner went out of your life. And that could just be literal, like they walked out the door and said, I'm not going to live with you, I'm not dealing with you. Could be a divorce, and it could be someone passed away, okay? Sorry for shaking the camera. Okay, so I don't know where I put this card. Doesn't probably matter. Okay, great. So now we're done with the smaller cards, okay? So now we're going to do the rest of the romantic reading, okay? Maybe it might explain what just happened. What did I miss? Okay? Now, so with each deck of cards, sometimes we're getting the same messages that we got from a previous deck, but with more understanding, and sometimes it's different messages, okay? It's end of the year, so there are lots of cards, so at least you, because wow, I have a big stack of cards. I hope this video doesn't stop. And you know what? I might have to pause it. Guys, you know what? I'm going to pause this video, okay? Because I just gave you a lot of information, and it's been about 45 minutes. And I don't want the video to cut out because it ran too long, okay? And my storage went out, okay? So this is part 1 of the Libra 2020, forecast tarot reading, okay? Okay, I'm so glad I could talk to you guys. Can you please hit the subscribe button if you appreciated the information, okay? Thank you for helping me, okay? Look for part 2.